Oh, hello. Oh god, it was muted. Hi, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? My phone just went off. Oh, it was notifying me that I'm live. So hot, so good to know. Allison is still in bed. I've asked her to get up several times, but she obviously didn't. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, the notification that we're actually live will get to her. I got some tea brewing. It feels much earlier than it is for some reason today. Normally I get up this early because I exercise in the morning, but we have it's a difficult thing to explain. We live in a very large, weirdly shaped house with several other people, and the house has a cleaner come in every 2 weeks. So there's like one day where I just don't get to go exercise because the entire downstairs is being used. So I'm here instead. Everybody can yell at Allison, but I don't think she can see the chat yet. You can Discord message her if you wanna at her in Discord. You have my permission. I am getting some tea ready though. I think I probably showed these off before, but I have Avatar teas. I'm doing the Earthbender tea today. And it smells like a lawn. So we'll see how it tastes. I haven't had tea in the mornings for a while, though. Grace Huntsman, welcome. Good to see you. She says it's been forever since I managed to catch Okay, we're up. That makes sense. Great and Terrible says if she's gone more than 15 minutes, we can skip class without being punished. I was gonna make that joke and I forgot, and you beat me to it. So thank you for doing it. Ooh, tea's ready. 1 second. I saw somebody say something about painting their nails. I'll assume it was a compliment, so thank you. Said tea's ready, but that was water was ready. I was lying. Anyway, yeah, hopefully Allison will get here soon. Otherwise, I can't promise this won't turn into a VFX stream, which I know is all what you really want to see first thing in the morning. But yeah, how are you guys doing? We'll just get some chat going. Tactics Lion says happy belated birthday. Thank you so much. Had a lot of fun. We got a large portion of the group together for the first time in a long time. Had a good old classic pool party with a cookie cake. That was awesome. PD said to stop pinging Allison. Wait, who? Did I make one of the mods mad? Where are you pinging? Where are you doing the pings? If not in anti-establishment. You're just doing it in like Dormont. Yeah, don't do it in the main channel. Like, put it in the one that's related to this. If you get in trouble, I'll let just tell me and I'll let them know that I ordered you to do so. Anyway, Alpha says how was birthday? Birthday was good. We had a whole lot of fun, and then the next day we just hung out, and I showed Thomas and Allison Civilization for the first time. So they are now hooked. Turns out the 2K Firaxis duo makes good games, because we also found out a while ago that XCOM makes one of the best party games, because you can everybody can make their own dude as long as you have one person there that knows how to play. Well, we did a stream of this actually at one point where everybody it was like a D&D setup for XCOM where everybody just commanded one character, and it ended up being really fun and hilarious because it turned into like a D&D kind of situation, except with XCOM brutality. So then you lose your avatar of yourself at some point because you make stupid decisions. I've gotten at least 2 approvals for a VFX stream, so that's it's all on Allison now on whether or not that will happen. We did do Civ for the first time. It was really fun. We literally spent the entire day. Same thing. I was just controlling it, and they were just giving me commands. But now Allison wants to try playing it for herself. Grace said, "Oh yes, Ian's. I want to hit it with my sword." That was he was just sword guy. It was great. Victoria says, "I still like the idea of an XCOM style TTRPG. That would be incredibly easy to put together because they definitely used like D&D turn structure as the base inspiration for the way the game worked. I think they even borrow like the legendary actions system for like big villains for the scary aliens and stuff like that." Victoria says, "Praise be to Big Cup." I do have the Big Cup again. I should be drinking far more water than I am. I got another VFX approval for Adam. Well, fine. Super Q Boy asks this is why she's in bed one more turn. Yeah, basically. And Jordan asks, "What tea are you drinking?" I'm drinking this Earthbender tea from Foxcraft Apothecary on Etsy. They have at least 4 of these. They also have the Jasmine Dragon Uncle Iroh's tea. This one is Sencha and Bancha green tea and rosebud, so it just smells like grass. It just smells like a freshly cut lawn. My favorite one is the Airbender one. I think it's a white tea. It's really light, which I like a lot. Keith's asking if I have a whole pot of tea. I don't. I usually just make this one. I have this one little self-contained cup with its own built-in infuser. Oop, it's dripping. That you can just do like 1 teaspoon in. And yeah, these have been pretty good. They're all pretty basic. Let's see. You know what? I kind of want to check on the thing I was working on last night. And Allison's not here to tell me that it's boring, so I'm gonna switch it over. Let's see, how does this work? Is it piece? Yeah, there we go. I did a bunch of photo scans yesterday. Me and Allison went out walking, and it was cloudy for the first time in a long time here, so I was able to get like really good lighting. And I just decided to grab some stuff on the street. If you happen to be one of the approximately 5 people who donate to my personal Patreon, which is only about VFX stuff, I will probably put these up for download at some point, because that's what it's for. In the morning, I will sometimes just play that game with myself. I've noticed on this stream where, like, you know the improv game where each person says the next word in the sentence and you try to make a complete sentence out of it, but sometimes somebody throws out a word that doesn't really make sense and the next person has to figure out where the sentence is going. I'll do that to myself. Just by accident. I'll just be talking and I'll throw in a because, and then I'll feel obligated to finish. But I never really wanted to keep talking. GB says, "Wait, you have personal Patreon?" I do have a personal Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/Kyle C. Sullivan, I upload. It's only VFX stuff. So if you're interested in that, if you want like any VFX assets that I have, or if you just like hearing me ramble, I have additional videos there also that aren't on any main YouTube channel. And they aren't as edited. They're just kind of longer, and they're me. It's just me going over stuff. And I have some other ones queued up that I'm going to work on and publish pretty soon. I'm putting together one that's going to show off the Surviving Mars stuff. And yeah. So if anybody does want to go check that out, I appreciate it in advance. Oh, look who's here. Whoops. Look who's here. It's alright, just fade in as you're feeling it. You're fine. Anyway. She's kind of here, so I'm just going to keep you doing what I was doing. So we went around, and I just did a few different photo scans of things. You took too long. The way that most of this software I like a lot because you get to just pay per export instead of paying for the software, and it's usually like a few cents for an export. This one's kind of bigger than the other ones I was doing, but supposedly I should be able to just drop this into a folder somewhere, and then it'll just ask me to pay like $50 or something. And then I just have a bunch of stuff that I get to stick into different scenes. So look at that, 66 cents for a trailer model. Hell yeah. And then this is the same software I'm going to use pretty soon, obviously, for all of the photo scans that I asked people to send in over on the studio channel. In case anybody here actually didn't see the studio video a while ago about the guards themselves remastered and the scene I was working on, I am still taking for maybe like the rest of this week photo scans of yourself in a guards themselves like cosplay costume, and I'm gonna put those into the scene so you can actually like make an appearance in the remastered version, which I think will be really fun. Did you have your glasses when you came in the first time? You know, I could have not gotten up today too if you didn't want to do the show.
I think it's the chicken.
Oh yeah, we did have really late night chicken. We did a late night DoorDash. DoorDash has messed up eating schedules all across the country. Do they have like food delivery services actually in other places? I've wondered. I haven't actually confirmed if like Uber Eats or DoorDash or like those the delivery apps are a thing outside of. You spilled my tea.
Good. You're too sassy today. You need to calm down.
That's because you weren't here. I had to make up for your lack of sass.
What'd you sass about?
Jordan says, yes, and they suck.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Desolate says, we have Swiggy and Zomato here. You could have made those up. I would have no way of confirming.
What does Grace says?
We have Thuis besorged. Where?
That one's made up. Grace is probably from Ohio or something.
It had them in Europe way before they were popularized in the U.S. I guess that also makes sense because Europe is just like tighter. It's just more densely packed, so it probably makes more sense to have delivery services there than it does here. With all our driving, food delivery apps only exist for you specifically. That's more what I was asking about.
No, he's being sassy. He says food delivery app only exists for you specifically.
Gotcha. Plaster Duck says, but where would be the traditional late Monday stream? Oh yeah. Also, welcome to the Monday stream.
Alright, should we start streaming on Tuesday?
Confirmed.
It's been like 3 weeks.
Every Tuesday.
With Tuesday streaming.
The problem is we usually do a bunch of stuff on Sunday, and then at least one of us does not want to get up the next day. Because we stay up too late.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe Tuesday is better, considering the fact that it is now the third time we have done Tuesday instead of Monday. At some point, I have to. I should try and organize all of these streams too, because we're just adding more to the pile. I never organized the last set of streams as much as I wanted to.
My face is rounder after eating chicken.
I think it's just like that morning swelling that happens.
Yeah, but I'm extra swollen, dude.
It was good chicken, at least.
That was, except for the bite that I had, that was bad.
Allison has a thing where if she eats a bite of something with like gross texture, it just ruins the day.
So it happened at midnight, so I'm still feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm still really grossed out. The problem is, like...
Can you eat something else to, like, distract yourself from it if you get, like, a different texture?
This doesn't work. The problem is, like, what was I gonna say? Oh, so, like, there's things that, like, gross you out, right?
Yeah.
Then there's things that gross you out, but that are continuously happen. So, like, let's say you, like, there's, like, stepping in water, right?
Okay.
Which is gross. With a sock on.
Yeah.
You step in water with a sock on.
Yeah.
Or mud or something. But then there's walking with wet socks in shoes.
Yeah, okay.
And so, like, gross textures gross me out, and then you spit it out. But I ate it. And so eating it feels like walking with wet socks perpetually. And so, like, it won't end. And I can't do anything about it because I already ate it, so I'm grossed out. Not just by the chicken, but me having ate it. And it won't go away for some reason. My stomach is a bit upset.
Grace says you can try ginger to reset taste. Works with sushi at least.
This is what peak evolution looks like. Better than monkeys.
Tactics Lion was asking about Civ, because I told him I showed you Civ for the first time, that you liked it.
It was great.
He said, I heard you played your first game of Civ. This is the appropriate way to be the morning after your first game of Civ. I think that actually technically was 2 nights ago.
Oh, was it?
I lose track. I think it was 2 nights ago at this point. But
Civ was great.
What'd you think of it, having played it now?
I loved it. I thought it was really fantastic. But I had to grow to get there. Because I tried many years ago. But
True.
At this point, I've done enough, like, resource management, survival-esque, city-type builder-y games that Civ was definitely the best of a lot of them, for sure. But I had to, like, build it. I don't think anyone could just jump into Civ.
Whew. Trying to fight off a sneeze.
Your face popped.
Oh yeah, it does that sometimes.
When you're not sneezing?
Probably fine, yeah. Also, which Civ game? We did Civ 6. I don't think it's a popular opinion, but I like Civ 6. I think it looks good, and I like the changes that were made, but I'm not a competitive player in it, so I don't actually know enough.
Victoria gets it. It's a cursed thing. I work at a restaurant. Nothing is worse than eating water over your shoe at the start of the day and having to stand in it. Victoria gets it.
Yeah, if I did that once, I would have spare socks on me every single day after that. I hate that kind of stuff enough that I...
Type A and Type B people, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna deal with that risk.
This is how the internally famous Doormaster on-set backpack worked this way, which is it only held solutions to every mistake we had made in the past.
Smart.
So anytime we were on set and we're like, damn it, we should have that thing, we put it in the backpack and we got back, and so we always had that thing later.
You're gonna be a great dad.
That is a very dad thing.
I'm sorry. Let me take back. You're gonna be a great mom.
I'm
gonna be a standard dad. Which is my biggest flaw.
Oh.
I'm really sorry about that.
Sorry to future child.
Super Q Boy says, having played it now, she is fired up to make Civ Door Monster videos. We can only hope. So Kyle doesn't know this, but
did you have an idea what we were playing? I
didn't have an idea, but I did immediately. I remember playing it and being like, how did Kyle get sick of making these videos?
I made 15.
I know, but it's so good, and there's so much, and it's such a fun, quirky game. Like, they don't make it feel heavy at all.
No.
They make everything feel, like, light and fun and somewhat easy. So, like, especially when you're playing with friends. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I thought a few times, like, I can make Civ videos. This game is great. But I actually could not make Civ videos because I am not talented or motivated.
What I do think I might make unprompted without being like paid by Paradox or another company is another Phasmophobia video this year, because those are just fun, and the last two people really liked. So, and it's Halloween rolling around again. There was a new update. Stars are kind of aligned, so I may try to put one together. I actually already got Paradox contacting me again for another video sometime soon. So.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they already contacted you?
Mm-hmm. Gave me a whole list this time. They were like, "Here's all the things coming up, and you can pick the next one." So that's gonna be fun. I can't say any of them, but
that's cool.
I'm excited to work on a few of them.
Jordan, we're not having kids. Not in Texas.
Well,
I don't know if you know what's going on here.
Anytime soon.
I'm not doing nothing in Texas. I'm just gonna solder the uterus shut or whatever until I.
Well, there's better options than what you just said.
No.
Please don't put those words in the same sentence again.
Honestly, that's one thing you can do though, is you can just burn out your uterine lining.
Anyway. I'm just trying to come up with a response to that. There weren't any good ones.
It's Texas, they might not give you a choice. Anyway, so we're thinking about New York.
Oof. Yeah, occasionally we just pick like a new spot and just sort of like examine from afar, like what's it like living here? And our current look is like we're currently investigating New York State for like possible future locations. We think we probably won't stay in Texas forever, but we don't know for sure. That could also end up being wrong. I have no idea.
It's definitely one of those things when I think about leaving, I'm gonna miss Texas. But when I don't think about leaving,
Probably.
I feel trapped and angry.
Right.
You know?
Autumn wants it to be England.
I want it to be England too, Autumn, but I can't afford England, and I don't want to move cats over the sea.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good summary.
Your places are too small for all my aminals.
Victoria says, have you considered a commune in the middle of nowhere? Almost exclusively. It just depends
Many
on
times.
which nowhere we're talking about.
Many times.
Tactics Alliance has come to Florida? Never. Sorry, but no. Not
It's a
gonna.
weird, bizarre nonsense place that makes no sense,
That
but
is
hey.
underneath Texas on our list.
Right, I'm moving places that take better care of people, not Florida.
Great and Terrible says go to Canada. It's the opposite of Texas. We have looked into that. Canada makes it difficult.
Us.
Autumn says I can't afford England, so I'll move to New York. New York State is actually one of the most affordable places we've seen so far. We were also surprised.
I would simply never put my foot back into New York City, but the rest of the state is just like farmland and woods.
Pretty much. Plaster Duck asks what happened to the DM commune / cult compound.
I'm working on it.
COVID.
I'm working on it.
I think he means the one that already existed.
I'm working on fixing it.
Yeah, we gotta reconvene somewhere. Half the crew is still there. That's the San Antonio crew. And then the Austin crew is us, and then whoever comes over to our house occasionally, which is usually Matt.
Ursa says not all of Manhattan is not all of New York is Manhattan price, just all the hit places.
Yeah, Manhattan and New York are basically not related to each other, aside from the fact that they're technically in the same state lines. They have very little in common from what we've seen.
I'm thinking about Albany just because it has the audacity to have its capital look the way it does.
Yeah, the Capitol building is crazier than the one in Texas, which is, I didn't know people could do.
Show Texas first now that you've compared it.
Well, because Texas has a whole, story of its building, which is it's the only
Texas
one...
has a whole story. Texas is so fucking extra,
yeah,
dude.
they're so full of everything.
I think our capital looks like shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Texas, it's not that I don't think it specifically looks great, but it's the only capital that is allowed to be... allowed, I think they just did it.
It used to look awesome.
It's the only capital that is allowed... Hold on. I'm setting it up. What? Which one?
Well... Why'd you tell me to hold on?
Do you have a preference for a different one? Is that weird?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Okay, sorry.
What else would I have possibly done?
I don't know. I thought you didn't want me to pull it up. I was just setting up so I could switch over. Which one do you want?
Probably that one.
This one?
Oh, wait, no. Down.
This one?
No. Where was that? Dude.
I mean, these are all pictures of the same ridiculously impressive building to me.
That one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Texas state capitol is the only one that's allowed to be taller than the country's, if I'm remembering right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Albany, the one with steamed hams?
Oops.
I don't know, is that their thing?
There we go. This is the one in Austin. It's not attractive, specifically. Like, it's fine. They painted it, though, a weird color at some point during our life. Like, it was white.
It was pretty when it was
and
white.
Looked good.
Yeah.
And now it's this weird brown color.
They painted it the exact same color as a Wendy's Frosty.
I was trying to remember the comparison you had made to it. That is it.
It's the exact same color. Oh, you know what? It's a little pink, though. That's a good point. It's pinkish. I forgot that, too. It's brown pink, if you didn't know that existed.
Oh, for like says I was there. I always forget that you visited briefly. I guess that was a place that you
It's still a pretty
gone.
Cool place to visit in Austin.
Yeah, it's not.
Wow, look at that skyline.
Yeah, that's not what it looks like downtown anymore. They
Wendy's
doubled the
Frosties.
size of the city in the last 2 years.
Wendy's Frosties are good.
Wyoming is where I looked when fantasizing about building my cold compound. Wyoming is good if we're going in full apocalypse mode, but otherwise it's a bit distant for me, I think.
Afraid of bears.
Bears.
Victoria says, fitting for Texas to update things to be worse.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for a long time, for sure.
Anyway, this is Albany's Capitol building. You want to talk about being extra?
Shit is fire, dude.
They decided to go with French castle for their
Pretty sure there's a giant lake
design.
behind it or something. Like a big pond or whatever. Get a gun, Allison. Shoot the bear. Maybe.
Yeah, I haven't seen other places beside Texas and now Albany that go quite as hard on their Capitol buildings.
Not a damn thing in Texas that looks like that.
No, we don't have anything like that. The closest we have is in San Antonio. We have some older factory kind of buildings that have been renovated, and that's about as good as we got.
Are you sure this isn't Disneyland's capital? Autumn says guns are gay. I agree, Autumn. Guns are gay. Show a picture of the inside, the weird Hogwarts-y picture.
Inside, of theirs?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that it looks crazy on the inside, too.
I was trying to figure out what you were typing.
Which one?
I think it's actually just the first picture is the one that I found.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this Hogwarts shit, y'all.
This is the inside of the Albany
Most staircase
Capitol building.
That's crazy. Again, I've never seen anything like that here in Texas. Show me inside our building.
Yeah, that's crazy. The Texas one is, it just looks pretty standard as far as government building goes in here.
God, these are so dumb compared.
Yeah, it's this big central
That's the cool part.
pillar area, and then
That's the cool part.
and that's
of art.
it. Yeah, that's the cool part. The rest is
Ew.
council rooms and stuff.
Go to the green. Ew. Good. Click on that one, maybe.
This one. Is this the whole interior council thing?
Jesus.
I haven't ever actually been inside the Capitol.
As a reminder, this is the entire room. We were just looking at the fucking stairs of Albany, and we're like, wow.
True. I've always liked the land around the Texas Capitol building, though. It just looks pretty.
Bellis says I actually
from far
wrote a
up.
short excerpt about the Albany Capitol. Well, share it with the class.
Yeah. What was the assignment? Tactics assignment. I don't know why Allison is ewing
What did I ew again?
the council room.
Yeah, it's just gross.
It's just an aesthetic that I think we don't like it because we're too used to the way this looks. It doesn't look impressive to us anymore.
That looks like a large classroom.
It does. It looks.
That's gross.
It's it's a look, but I don't think it's a good look. Like the brown wood and the white and these gross old carpets and the gold framed pictures.
Can you tell what color that carpet is?
Of historical figures. No.
It's green.
Oh, yeah, that's.
But old green.
That
I don't know
seems
how
like
to
the worst
describe
answer.
that kind of green
Yeah,
color.
that carpet has definitely been there for the last, 60 years, at least.
Go to the state cap Albany. I want to see their big room.
I haven't been following the conversation, but it so far has gotten to Grace Huntsman saying gays are guns.
That sounds right.
What are you asking for?
The Albany. I want to see a room.
Here, let me just switch back to...
Because I just saw some stairs and was floored.
This looks like their council room.
Yo, what? They got red carpet? That's bougie. What is that room? What is that room?
This thing?
What?
Like a press room or something?
That looks social distance.
It does.
Crazy.
Anyway, it looks fancy as hell.
Oh my god. So that's their cool thing.
Clearly we'd
The
be spending a lot of
staircase-
time in this building.
Their staircase is the equivalent of our circle.
Yeah, that's clearly their entryway. Anyway, yeah, looking at New York, but we'll see what
I
happens.
think Autumn says guns are gay, and the Great and Terrible said this is trying to also say that, but as a way to get gay people to buy guns, not as a
as an advertisement.
Yeah. Anyway, Albany.
Albany. What else were we talking about before this?
Oh, you said you've never been in the Capitol.
I haven't.
That's funny because
I
my
somehow
mom
have
worked
not
in the
done that.
Capitol, so when I had
So did your
sick-
brother, right?
Oh yeah. So when I had sick days at school growing up, I just went to the Capitol.
Well, every class went there at least once. I don't know how I
Yeah,
avoided.
but it was your field trip, and it was I went there like
Yeah.
multiple times a year, all the time.
I'm just saying I didn't even do the field trip. I just haven't been inside the building for some reason. I've walked past it multiple times.
Terrible things happen in that building.
Probably, yep.
No one else was in the room where it happened.
No, they have cameras now. For that reason.
You say that.
We all
but,
get to see it happen. It still happens.
You say that, but that one chick that I follow on TikTok was pushed out of her government meeting or whatever because they didn't want her in there. You don't remember that video?
No, I don't.
No. She wasn't allowed to know.
I was checking the past ones to see if there was anything I had missed in chat.
We have families moving to Florida, so I'll update you.
We do. We're trying to tell them to not.
We are trying to tell them to not.
Okay. I thought that was a cat really doing something bad for a second.
It happened on the outside, which is not reassuring.
It's probably fine. If anybody has any topics, throw them out, because our brains are lagging severely. But yeah.
I'm feeling fresh.
Oh, are you?
Mm-hmm.
You're not planning on going back into bed after this is over?
I don't know, I'm going to vomit. Probably.
Okay.
Holding it down.
Trying to think of what's going on today.
Y'all saw a game?
No, he's down here.
Oh.
Staring
Why?
mournfully.
Anyway.
So far suggestions are to bring animals on the stream instead of us, which makes sense.
Oh, right. Someone at Backdoor asked if I would talk about people marrying things on the stream.
Okay.
Because they were talking about the chick that married the Eiffel Tower.
You're going to fill me in.
You know, some chick married the Eiffel Tower like years ago.
Legally?
I think
Or she just claimed to do that?
I think so. Yeah, anyway, I don't care. I don't know what you guys I don't know
Cool.
I don't know what you guys
That lasted 30 seconds.
I don't know what you guys were talking about specifically, but I don't know why who cares? What is there to care about, I guess? Like, yeah, you could marry the Eiffel Tower. It's
People
not like
who
it
marry
needs to
inanimate
consent.
objects have severe childhood trauma that they clearly haven't worked through yet. But they ain't hurting nobody, so go for it, I guess.
Yeah. Right? Like, you can marry whatever. I think I read something about a chick who married a toaster once. I just remember being
If
like,
it's not my toaster, I don't really care.
alright, what mentally ill people are doing that isn't harming other people seems like perfectly fine business in their own home. What were you guys saying? What else was there to be said?
Is it ethical to marry the Eiffel Tower? Should they consent?
Can multiple people marry the same building?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Or the same fictional pony.
Yeah, I mean, the rules are made up at this point, right? So
Yeah.
it's not like one person. The Eiffel Tower is like government property, right? So
Yeah.
sounds like you
owned
can
by
all marry.
parents.
I'm government property. He's government property. So
No one is government property. We are independent.
you just keep believing that.
Yep.
Talk about the dude who sold the Eiffel Tower twice.
I haven't heard of that. That's a pretty good scam. Actually,
What?
my favorite scam that I've heard of, I don't know if I've talked about it here though, is the guy who I don't remember his name, but there was a dude who got caught eventually just sending invoices to like huge companies for like a few $100 each, and it was just low enough that no one ever investigated it to see if it was legit, because it would have cost more money to like pay an employee to look into it. And he ended up just like skimming money from all these people, which like I would just say like let him have it at that point, but apparently it got to a point where he was getting like tens of millions of dollars from people. So that's the only reason we know that he was doing it, is because he just went too big too fast and got caught.
All right, I understand how people kept talking about it. They weren't arguing ethics. They had more questions when it was brought up. I see now.
About the Eiffel Tower thing?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I don't think the tower needs to consent for sure, as it's not
conscious.
Yes. What if someone walked into your house and tried to marry your toaster? The difference is, I own my toaster, and no one owns the Eiffel Tower except for the government, but the government, you're allowed to do things to government stuff because...
Getting out of my house, personally. I just wouldn't want the person in my house.
I mean, yeah, truly, if someone walked to my house and said, I want to marry your toaster, I'd probably just give him the toaster, because that's the kind of crazy, you just don't want to, you just give him the toaster.
This is an elaborate way to steal my toaster, and if you want it that bad, I guess you can have it.
It's really interesting because, like, no, I don't want to talk about that part of it, actually.
Adrian asked, if I marry my house, can I get the bank and the divorce? I don't think that's how the hierarchy works.
Sad thing, there's also a woman who married the Berlin Wall, and apparently someone who married one of the Twin Towers. Well.
Whoops.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like marriage is what needs to be defined here.
Right. Yeah, really, this is just commentary on, like...
This is what the conservatives were worried about. What's next? Horses? I think that's the one they always went to. Or was it dogs?
Horses and dogs are pretty common. Never buildings.
Well, they just hadn't gotten there yet. There's a difference between private and public property.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's public property, it's open to anybody, right?
Right? So if I knock a woman unconscious, that means I can marry her without her consent. Oh, because...
Nope.
Because you said the Eiffel Tower was unconscious or whatever.
It's never conscious and never has been and never will be.
Right. I think the difference is that a sleeping woman and a piece of metal are not the same. If you can't see it, I simply do not have the energy. It's just something you know, or something you don't know, I guess.
Autumn said Kyle's response to 9/11 is just whoops, as if that isn't the general attitude of all Englanders to any to any large disaster in half the time that I'm responding to 9/11. So.
You said whoops about 9/11?
I said whoops about marrying a building that got destroyed.
Whoops. Oopsie. Centaurs, Allison, no, centaurs were terrible. What does that mean? Oh, for marrying horses. I see what you did there. Man, I saw a TikTok that asked when a centaur runs, what does it do with its arms?
Oh, yeah.
Because it wouldn't do this, you know?
Right.
So...
the balance wouldn't be necessary.
I think the consensus was this.
Yes, T-Rex arms as it runs along.
way less intimidating now.
I kind of like that, though. It makes it feel more real. Because everything real has something just a little bit stupid about it, you know?
I actually think Ivan has kind of an interesting question, though a bit baity. It says, honestly, can someone explain to me why a government that is supposed to be separate from religion is regulating marriage?
Yeah,
And I think it's because marriage is made up.
Yeah, that's sort of a
by
debate.
the government. By religion, too, I guess.
It's because marriage is the combination of church and state. It was created as a joint venture.
Yeah, what a mistake.
Between religion and selling women. So
right, marriage is religious. What is the government one that isn't marriage?
What do you mean?
You can just be like government approved as a partnership.
There was something called a civil union for a while if you were gay and wanted to get married but weren't allowed.
People who weren't gay did civil unions?
I think other people have also.
I'm not sure civil unions are the right word. You can get married with just government and no religion or whatever, and it's
not in the eyes of God.
Yeah, because who gives a shit what you...
Right.
The tactics line says, look, I married all of capitalism. We split the income 50-50. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Is the Eiffel Tower not public? It's government. Whatever. Yeah, what's weird is people picked the Eiffel Tower over the Statue of Liberty. Like, there's a lot of humanoid things, and they were like, no. Not right? The humanoid ones.
Eiffel Tower is one of the ugliest buildings, in my opinion.
Arista says, I think you can marry a robot, but an AI is Corporeal? What does that mean?
Can you not marry something if it doesn't have a body? Is that part of the rules? Because...
That's what
again,
the
ponies.
Oh, Keith says, I think the centaur, if not carrying something, would have a Naruto run arms. Okay, I like that. Just like, because those are just in the wind, right? That's how that works. Like,
I think the rationale behind the Naruto run is they're running so fast
that the wind is
that their arms are like dragging behind them or something.
And that's true. Why don't your arms go this way?
I don't know. I'm not sure what how that's supposed to work. Their shoulders just snap.
I remember an image of baby centaurs. Full can run within a few hours after birth. Centaurs aren't real.
What? Yeah.
They're not real.
You're bringing that up now? We started the conversation.
Yeah. I just thought it needed to be said. Don't centaurs always carry weapons? That was my thought, but if they don't for even a minute, what are they doing? I keep putting my hand in your tea.
I did spill a little bit of it.
Thank
but
you.
It was your fault, so...
Yeah, you're right.
We now have multiple conversations going, and I'm trying to keep up with all of them.
Can you marry a centaur? Can you marry a robot centaur? I think that covers all of them.
Also, I said my government decided to hand over marriage to religion completely. It's terrible to the point where people don't want to get married just because of the religious procedure. Yeah, that's gross. That sounds super annoying.
I thought marriage was gonna, offer me a bunch of shit when I got married, but it doesn't really do that other than Kyle can file my taxes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There really just aren't
really
that many
changed.
benefits. I think the only reason you and I got legally married was because you were worried that, if one of us ended up in the hospital, we wouldn't be allowed into the room or something. That was literally the only thing.
Yeah, it was. Oh, that is right. I've had a lot of medical stuff my whole life, so my biggest concern was being taken seriously by medical companies, I guess, which is ridiculous that they even have rules on that shit, but that was a big one. Wait, if you marry the IRS, could they do my tax? You can't marry humanoid things. I think is the
a feature of the IRS is not to do taxes for anyone, so probably not.
You know what?
Does not exist within their skill set.
I really did my best today.
You check it out.
No, not yet.
Well, We're at that 10-minute that 10-minute left lull.
Push the button.
Push
that takes a whole 2 seconds.
For 10 minutes.
Just constant questions. What's up, everybody? We're here answering some questions. Go ahead and send in your best questions.
When do you have to film your Patreon
The 20th.
Thing? The 20th is when you're recording?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, people were asking about my Patreon earlier.
I don't know when yours is happening.
No, my personal one. This is it. For anybody that didn't know it, shut up. For anybody that didn't know what it was. This is my personal VFX Patreon.
Jordan says sorry about the pings. Did I get pinged?
Did that not even work on you? Is that not even why you're here? I told them to ping you a bunch in Discord.
Oh.
So you'll have a bunch of
Bro,
Discord
I had no
notifications.
idea. It's always nice to wake up feeling loved.
Anyway, looks like we are already getting pushed the buttons.
What happened to Panic Banana? Too much panic, not enough banana.
It kind of combined with this one. Any vlog she's doing are going here now instead on this channel.
I have a bunch of shit backed up.
Yeah, she's been recording stuff. So
I'm
we'll put out
busy
another
trying
one.
to get a job, though, so I haven't worked on anything.
True. Yeah.
You love me?
They love you.
Me?
They all love you.
Me?
You're lovable.
That's not true.
Adrian asked if we're still playing Pathfinder or D&D. Thomas has been running a game that we've been playing a little bit of. That's been fun. Probably the only thing that we're still playing at the moment. And Matt wants to try one, which I'm very excited to see.
I have 2 things that I need to address.
Okay.
Grace says, push the button, you can move wherever you want, but you have to marry the main monument in the place where you go. Absolutely easy. Easy. Tactics line said, have you seen and what do you think about the Gatebox thing hologram waifu house controller? So what's that?
I haven't. I'm kind of getting an image of what you're talking about just based on the word choices. What else do we get? We also got, Adam gave us push the button, you wake up fresh every morning but always have wet socks.
Look up Gatebox hologram waifu house controller.
Probably no. I don't want to.
Do it.
I would prefer a more
I don't
concise,
like not knowing things.
surgical Google search instruction first.
Do it.
Where is that? I'm missing it. Yeah. Okay.
You're just gonna copy paste what he said?
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
What are you talking about?
Oh, that might have actually worked.
First virtual anime robot girlfriend. So I don't need to know anymore. This is awful.
Agreed.
Notice how women aren't doing this shit.
That's true.
Like honestly, our choice is usually between like. Ugh. Most women just end up marrying some version of a misogynist, and we're not out here making fake-ass robot boyfriends. I hate this shit. I like AI. AI is cool. Robots are cool. But the fact that all robots have to exist so that a man can feel like he can fuck it, I'm not having that shit. No.
Did you ever play as Matt as DM, or would it be the first time? It would be the first time, and it would be great.
The fuck is this?
Cargan says it's like a smart home device with an anime woman hologram who greets you.
Right, so that you can fuck it. It feels more fuckable. It's so you can be more attracted to your weird robot voice.
I mean, that was the natural progression of the Alexa stuff eventually, right?
I'm pro robot boyfriends, though.
Well, they would function very differently, probably. We talking about
fan fiction is not the same thing as the progression of technology to serve the sexual desires of men. Like, that is not what fan fiction and Dating sims do not come close to in-home, full-ass, AI, fuckable, weird, robot, girlfriend, home shit. That shit is wild.
Okay, but it is the same line at least, right? Like, it's the same, like, timeline.
Erotic fiction. Same thing. Not this. Books about women being sexually attracted to things is not the same thing as this. This is fucking weird.
It is weird. It's very weird. Also, it doesn't look very good. I'm only seeing the thumbnails, but it doesn't look like it. It's like, actually, it looks kind of creepy. It looks like she's in a jar. It's not like a full-size person.
No.
I'm gonna switch this over so people can see what it is we're looking at.
We didn't actually look at the pictures.
It's called Gatebox, and it looks like she's in a pod.
Click on that thing.
And she's like fairy size. Which one?
That one.
This one? And looks like a pretty low res like Genshin character, honestly. Any commentary you'd like to supply?
Someone says, I mean, this very obviously is showing that women get to choose and men get to pick whoever chooses them. If nobody wants a man, they should be allowed something. That's bullshit.
What?
The reason that it feels like men have to just choose whoever likes them is because no one wants to pick the guys that want to fuck their weird AI robot house shit. Women are gonna pick you if they feel like you're gonna pick a non-existent anime character over them. That's who's not getting picked. These people aren't getting picked. And then they're gonna blame women for not picking them. You're not pickable. Be better. What is this?
I 100% agree that if you have a anime
Why is she trapped in a box?
anime
That's
girl
weird.
jar in your in your house,
Click the big. I think that's
a bit of a red flag.
Click that one.
This one?
Yeah.
With they have
Some
other
kind of,
versions
like,
coming out later.
Yeah, is that what that is? One
Looks
of them's
like
a
it.
mouse.
There's
One of them's a boy.
There's a cat girl eventually.
And one of them's a boy.
They do have a boy one.
Of course one of them's a cat girl. I'm surprised the first one isn't a cat girl.
The technology is cool, if we can talk about that part.
Using technology to meet the needs of people who struggle to find satisfying partners. Video games and AI technology that, like, fully interacts and is personalized to you as a way to replace a real, like, life partner are not the same thing.
I have a better way to say this. If a fake cartoon woman in a jar is closer to satisfying your need of a partner than a real person, that's a you problem and not an other people problem.
It's also not the same thing as a dating sim.
Super Q-Boy gave us a push the button. You were Freaky Friday'd into your pets. You can swap back out, but only if you swap bodies with Kyle. I guess this is just for you, we're just acknowledging that I'm the worst one to have to be. Do you stay as your pet, or do you assume Kyle's body?
I wouldn't push this button.
Does the entire... Yeah, when does the button come into play? Are we... Does the pet thing happen first, and then you have to push the button to swap out with me? Or is the whole situation avoidable by just not pushing the button?
I'm really bothered by this shit.
I'll have to watch the video later. I'm looking forward to seeing.
They will do anything except go treat women good.
People.
They'll do anything except go treat women better. They'll go make fake ones because they won't put in the effort to treat a woman just fine. They will hand design from the ground up a woman specifically designed to do whatever they want. Then go find a woman and treat her okay. The end. Anyway, I don't actually know anything about this. I just Googled it once and looked at pictures. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's just personified as Siri. But, again, she's in, like,
There's gotta be an anime
just
girl
an
in a jar
apron.
first.
Why is she in just an apron? What is she wearing again? An apron with arm socks? Oh no, what did I click on? This
An
one?
apron with arm socks. She's wearing anime clothes, you know?
What's on her neck?
I don't know.
I can't tell what's happening. Is she wearing something under the apron? Is this her? Oh yeah, she's got like a tube top. What? Okay.
Anyway, we've made it an hour. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Hello.
Keith says push the button, you get the ability to change into one kind of animal and back at will, but there's a 3% chance you get stuck in that form every time you do so.
Stuck, like, what kind of stuck?
Like you can't change back, I assume.
Ever?
Yeah.
So really it's just a 3% once. Right, because... Oh, no, I see.
3% every time.
Right.
You could technically go your entire life without it happening, but you're risking it every single time.
What animal has it better than me?
I might take I'll push the button to get the ability, so that, like, if I'm in, like, a life or death situation, then maybe I can turn into a bird or something and risk the 3%.
Turn into a bird?
Yeah.
You do have lots of freedom.
If I need to escape or something.
I think the problem isn't that there's a 3% chance of getting stuck as a bird. There's like an 80% chance you're gonna die as a bird.
Why?
Because I think birds just die, you know?
Well, that's only if you get stuck.
I mean, I guess that's true,
I'll
actually.
push the button to have the option to use the power. It doesn't mean I'll use it ever.
You do it the one time and you get stuck.
Right.
Statistics don't work in this brain, so I would not be doing that.
Statistics don't work in anybody's brain. They don't make any sense. Statistics are weird. Alright. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. It was fun. We'll be back on Friday with Friday Energy instead. Hopefully this back and forth has been interesting, and you guys have been enjoying the new shows. I think maybe we'll stick to Tuesdays, because Mondays haven't worked historically. I
can't wait to hear what this thing sounds like.
So we'll be back, and everybody have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Say bye and
goodbye.
Be thankful to our viewers.
I am thankful that you guys were here. It's always a good chat.
All right, bye everybody.